Hey everyone, this is Meg from Flow Financial Planning. Welcome to July's newsletter video. And this month I am recording perched under a tree on the beautiful Vancouver Island. That might be foreign to you, but this month's topic should definitely be familiar to a lot of you who work in the tech industry. And that is the question of, should I take more equity or should I take more salary? And if you've ever gotten a new job or a bonus or a raise at your existing job, you might have been asked this question and had no idea how to evaluate it, how to answer it. And by equity, I just mean stock options or restricted stock units. Those are the most common kinds of equity compensation you're going to be confronted with. And this question to me comes down to one thing, and that is risk. To put it very simply, equity is risky and salary is safe. Now, safe is very relative in the tech industry. Mostly what I mean is just a predictable amount of money on a predictable schedule. So if you are having to choose between more equity and more salary, start with this thought experiment. Let's assume you take the lower salary. Would you still be able to save 15% of your income for retirement? Second question, if you do not already have an emergency fund, a cash cushion equal to about 6 months of your living expenses, would you be able to start building up that cash cushion on this lower salary? And if you can answer yes to both of those questions, then it's worth considering taking the lower salary and the higher equity, because equity is the only way you're ever going to hit it big. You got to play to win, so to speak. But you also have to be okay with the idea that that equity might end up worthless, or at half its value, or at least worth less than the extra salary that you said no to. So what I want you to think about now is how you feel. And yes, we're talking about feelings in the same breath that we're talking about equity and salary, but all I really mean is, how do you feel about risk? How would you feel if you saw your company stock, that extra equity that you chose, lose half its value, lose all its value? I mean, that is definitely possible. Just recently in the Wall Street Journal, there was an article about 7 startups that have been really well funded. Some of them have been around for a few years, some of them for 15 years, and they just all went and closed shop this year. So that equity losing all its value is a definite possibility. Or, on the other hand, are you more comfortable with the idea of just a steady drumroll of paychecks, same amount of money every 2 weeks? Now, that's not really going to get you that FU money that equity might, but it's going to give you a lot more predictability in your financial life. So what I hope you take out of this is that there is no algorithm for making this decision. It's certainly not about predicting what your company stock is going to be worth in the future, because that is just simply crystal ball territory. What this decision is about, however, is figuring out what your financial situation and also what your mushy animal brain can tolerate. So if you are confronting this decision in your job, in your career, and you feel stuck, you can't figure out what's right for you, give me a call or, an email. So again, this is Meg. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next month.